Hey guys, Glockster 42. Meng 1/35 scale FT17 French World War I. Looks pretty good to coat paint. Reasonably happy with it. I really like the diorama base that Meng sent along with it. And the best part of it was 40 bucks taxes in. I'm a cheap bastard. I don't like to pay a lot for my models. In fact, I went model shopping the other day and these $90 and $100 kits that are coming out, and I was like, okay, I don't think I'll be buying anything new for a while. We'll be just working on the stash. But let's just do a quick little talk about this one. The base here, I'll just zoom out a bit. The base is really nicely done. Right from Meng, you get this lovely diorama base. It shows this FT17 coming up to a trench. This was all, I just painted this in plain old Krylon black, and this is various earth colors of from Vallejo's Model Air and Model Color range, with some old wood and new wood and some gray put on. The this textured stuff right here is a mix of MIG dark earth and European dust. Mixed with some of this Tamiya soil effect stuff. It's pretty good. It's basically a whole bunch of micro beads in a polymer matrix with some coloring in it. You can do whatever you want. We've got a little bit of wet effects on it just to show a little bit of wetness on it. And that's the base. Quite nice. Kind of carried it on here. I didn't want to show a whole bunch of heavy mud. So this is just, it's a little bit muddy. The first couple 3 inches. I didn't want to show a real quagmire. All this is a mix of MIG pigments, the same, the dark earth, and then the European dust on top of it. The first thing I did was painted it and speckled it with some rust colors. I did a whole thing on painting this, and honestly, the video just it sucked. It wasn't something that I'd want to watch. So I just, I just said to hell with it, and I'll just post this up as a completed kit. But I used something different to hold the pigments down. I used FX20 Tamiya thinner. Excellent, just excellent. It holds the pigments in place, and a little bit of manipulation on it, but it's really nicely done. The base color here is Vallejo Model Air, a brown color. And the greens are also Vallejo colors, Model Airs, or not Model Air, sorry, Model Colors. Just thinned down and brushed up. Meng gives you all the colors. Basically, just follow the Meng painting guide. I hand painted all this. Gave really nice little camouflage. A very light wash, some gloss, a little bit of a wash, and pastels on it. I really like the way the weathering turned out. I gave it a little bit of a tan fade on it with a MIG tan filter, just to kind of tone it down. It was pretty garish. And I did find something interesting though when I was hand painting this, especially on the green. I was trying to use a Model Air color on it, and it was bubbling up, and I was getting a whole bunch of little micro bubbles, and it was a mess. So I tried to I pulled out the old MIG ammo paint that I'd used before hand brushing with great success, and it all beaded up on top of the Vallejo. It wouldn't spread out. You'd spread it all out and it'll just chunk. It would just all congeal, like you dropped a drop of oil into a cup of water. It would not spread out. It would not, and I've heard of this before from guys airbrushing that stuff, that it'd hit the plastic and it would just bead up. So that's what was happening on here. But I'd used it before to hand brush, that very same bottle. And so I took that same bottle out and I went to hand brush the other tank that I hand brushed it on, and it worked fine. The only difference was that it seems that MIG ammo is not compatible to hand brush over Vallejo. For whatever reason, the surface tension or crazy nonsense that's going on causes the MIG ammo to bead up. So I did put some Gunzi Model Color thinner which it would spread out, it would brush on, but it started to attack the Vallejo base. So like, okay, that's out. So I just found a suitable Model Air color and hand brushed all this. The decals are fairly nice. They snuggle down nicely, not too bad. As you can see, they go on fairly nice. There's not a lot of decals. A couple there and one little here, a split one on the back window. But this has all been hand brushed, and just a little bit of microchipping with a artist brown pencil crayon. This is all MIG pigments here, held down with Tamiya FX20. So all in all, you know what? I'm pretty darn happy with this one. The kit build wasn't all that great, but building fun, I'd give it probably a 6 out of 10 on the build. It wasn't a fun build. It didn't really bust my balls all that much, but it's just one of those like, I just don't like building it. Finished up, I really like the way it finished up. I'd probably give it about a 9 out of 10 for how it looks finished. I really like the way it turned out. The filter toned everything all down and kind of brought it all together. The base, I'm quite happy with the way it turned out. So guys, like I say, if you find this one, if you find it for 40 bucks, pick it up. Apparently there's another one out of Cast Turret that has a full interior, but it's twice the money, and honestly, unless you're going to show a destroyed tank or a cutaway, I don't know if I can see it being worth that much money. But that's just me. I'm a cheap bastard. So we got more stuff coming up here, guys. The next day or two, I hopefully finished at least one more. I've got Twisted Snipers build, which is ready for paint. I've got a couple other cool little projects that are completely different from what I usually build to show you guys. And we're going to get going on Dr. Cranky's truck build, first calendar build. Something different as well. So yeah, thanks for watching. Take care. And like I always say, modeling is great fun. I love it. But make sure you spend some time with your family. Don't be just stuck in your model room 24/7. There's more to life than online friends. Go make some real ones. Later, guys.